Why do you think the CJ slander is a little unfair?
Yeah, absolutely.
Why so? Why do you think people are so? Why do you think there's a part of from what I see Pell's Twitter
Yo,
frustrated with CJ? Do you think? Go ahead.
I keep hearing salary. I hear salary and shot selection, and I'm with you. I was with you on the shot selection, but also after this is my argument. So you're mad at CJ's salary, but you're not mad at 1 in 14 getting a greater salary and not being on the floor. You got to have realistic expectations. Somebody, I said a CJ age one time, and somebody went down a trope in the comments and was like telling me his age from 2017. Like, bro, I don't care. Like, whatever age I say he was, he just was. Like,
I saw
that's
that.
just
Yeah.
that's just what
Calm
it
down.
is. So let's say he's 44, right? So a 44-year-old guard, right? He's not actually 44, but I'm saying like a 31, a 32-year-old guard is not. He's not trying to be the best player on the team. He came here to be the third option, and really and truthfully, if things go right this season, he might be the fourth option. So no, I'm not mad at that guy keeping this shit that was a shit show afloat. No, he was the only one playing. And like, granted, I love Trey, but last season he was not equipped to handle. He wasn't equipped to shoulder the load of trying to right this ship. Only one guy could, unfortunately, and that was CJ, and he did until he got burnt out. He then we found out he was hurt, multiple injuries, the labrum, the thumb. I don't know how you mad at a dude playing hurt when the dudes who hurt not playing.
Well, some responses were, you know, bad decision making, shooting too much, so on and so forth, and then someone posted his stats before the injury and his stats after, and it was like 21 points per game to 20 something points per game. And I feel like just context matters of like he's also missing his number one option. Like CJ did not sign up to play to gut through 70 something games while the other two stars sit out. And also he didn't sign up to be the number one option of the team. So I think I think it's a little unfair what he's getting, but man, when he's healthy, Lito, you talk about it all the time. He's extremely gifted offensively. He's one of the best scorers in the association.
Bro, he easily one of the best players to ever play for this organization. Easily. A guy who is like scored 20 points per game as an undersized guard without elite athleticism, strictly off ball handling, creativity, and technicality within his game. Like he is a 20 point per game scorer for his career. He's a guy who never missed the playoffs, right? Like I don't know who people think Christian is. Like, yo, it's so crazy to me. People be talking about CJ like he, no disrespect, like he Jackson Hayes or some shit. Like
Why do you
he.
say that? Hold up. Jackson ain't on the team anymore. Okay. Like,
I know, but I didn't want to say nobody name who was on the team, and
fair.
Jackson just wasn't good when he was on the team.
Awful. Go ahead.
So, like, I, I don't know. The disrespect is crazy, but also like I started to resort to asking questions. Are you a fan of player XYZ or are you a Pelican fan? Because if you're a Pelicans fan, then we can have a discourse about what went right and what went wrong. But if you're just a fan of a player, we're not looking for the same things. We're not rooting
Right.
for the same, like we're not getting the same goal. Like your main thing is you want player XYZ to shine in his role, but you don't really care about the team as a whole. So that's a whole different conversation.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, I just know if you have Brandon Ingram, Zion Williamson, Trey Murphy, and CJ McCollum's your top four options, can you explain to me why they wouldn't be a top 5, 10 offense in the NBA?
There's no reason why if all of them are playing, there's no reason why they wouldn't be. But are all of them playing? All
But
of them
what?
have to play.
Yeah, number one's got to play. Number 14. 14's going to play. Number one's got to play.
Man,
Number one's got to
14.
play, man. 14's going to play. Number one's got to play. He's got to play. He's got to play. It's season 5. I'm asking for the bare minimum, man. Just fucking play.
14
Because
coming back from
he's so good when he plays. It's unbelievable.
that boy. Good. He good.
Like he's all NBA
And,
first team MVP candidate.
and I'm not saying I wasn't a believer, but I keep saying the games that I keep mentioning, they changed things for me. It was a different level that he
that we've
reached.
never seen.
Yeah.
And granted, we've had some Hall of Fame players come through. Chris Paul, Anthony Davis. Is Baron Davis? I mean, Baron Davis was here for like a couple years. Whatever. Anthony Davis, Chris Paul, even David West. And that team that lost to the Spurs, when was that? 2006, 2007? That lost to the Spurs. Like, that was the best team. I thought that what Zion was doing, in that December run, I thought that was going to be the best team in franchise history because of how good they looked. And they knew that, like, just getting Brandon back, they were going to take over. I really believe that. I mean, when they swept Phoenix at home, weekend series, they swept them. I was like, wow, this is different. Zion had the Smoothie King Center going like it's never gone before.
It's crazy. It was a crazy place. Yo, you know what though? Also, let me say this about CJ. You talk about a guy who he played 75 games. The only guy to play more games is,
and he was hurt. He was hurt for 20 whatever they were.
Only guy 30 to play more games is JV and Trey. And the thing about CJ is you talk shit about his decision making or whatever. He had a career high in assists. Not only that, led the team in assists. Like he
I
also
understand but I understand the fans' frustration because I was frustrated with him too as well. But the shit he went through, dude, and people, you're lying to yourself if you don't believe this. But if CJ were to sit out or get season-ending shoulder surgery, that team would not have won many games.
No,
at all.
And he shot 38% from three, by the way.
Yeah, it's crazy. It really is. I mean, you have the right to be frustrated about shot selection, but I mean, you're talking like guy can play. He's healthy. He's going to be able to help this team.